Hi guys, it's Nancy from Reset Equine here, and I want to talk to you very quickly, hopefully, I usually talk much longer than I'm planning on talking, about a problem, a major problem that I am encountering regularly. And it's very frustrating because I don't have the solutions for it, unfortunately, at this point in time. But what I aim to do is try and impact and reduce its effects as much as possible. And the simple fact is of hoof balance. I am so sick of attending clients' properties to deal with chronic issues where either I attend and the hoof balance is so incredibly poor, and in particular in situations where I've attended, like this afternoon, like 2 days ago, like a couple of days before that, there was a bunch of them, where the clients have paid a lot of money to have these jobs done correctly. And as far as I'm concerned, and I know I'm not a farrier, but I know what needs to be done, there is absolutely no excuse for charging clients the amount of money that they are being charged to have jobs done on their horses, which are not just neglectful. You're not just, the situations are not just where the client is having money taken off them, but the jobs that are being done are damaging and expensive for the clients to rehabilitate their horses to the situation where they can actually benefit from work and actually functionally move again correctly, without lameness, without discomfort, without regular musculoskeletal issues that I myself have to fix, without setbacks in development, which then cost more money with saddle fit. It's very simple to understand, to manage your performance horse, to gain the most functional movement out of it correctly as you can. Healthy horse. And that is healthy horse, and equally at the bottom of the pyramid, it's hoof balance. And I know you spend a lot of money on paying your farriers to do this for you, and unfortunately it's not happening. I mean, recently, the one I was just at a few minutes ago, only a few weeks ago, she's waited for her farrier to come. And this isn't a farrier bag session, this is a bad farrier bag session. And they've turned up, they've charged her a lot of money, they've tacked these shoes on, these totally poorly balanced hooves. The horse is lame. All of its issues are coming from its feet. It's not moving correctly. It's virtually getting to the point where it's probably going to be foundering because of the pressure on the walls. And she's paid him a lot of money for that and waited a long time. That's not her fault. She's not the farrier. She's not the professional. The fault is in the hands that actually did that work. And this happens time and time again. Unfortunately, the only solution short term is for people like myself to educate yourself as clients, and also for you to become very educated so that you can then have a chat to your farrier when you have concerns about what's going on. Again, this is not a farrier bag session. I love farriers. They are the best people. They are so important. They are vital in your team. In fact, if you had one person to put up as your favorite person in your horse management team, it really should be a farrier, because if you haven't got feet, you haven't got a horse. Your horse is only as good as its hooves. Everything that makes that movement happen is relating to the ground forces that happen beneath it. So we need to get educated. We really need to start grasping and understanding more broadly, and also helping you all understand, and professionals, we need to be educating and becoming more educated in recognizing the signs of poor hoof balance, which is causing major problems in movement that I'm seeing every day. And why do people get mad? Because they have problems with movement. They're having problems with performance. Let's be real here. In most situations, you know, if you think your horse is sick, you get the vet, don't you? If you think your horse is not moving correctly and there's something wrong with its movement, or it's stiff, or it's sore, or it's uncomfortable, if it's a paddock horse, if it's an old horse, it's ridden, it's, under harness, whatever, you get me out. And I get out there, and unfortunately, all I see is these poor situations of professional influence. Now, it's not all the farrier. Unfortunately, the reality is it's our responsibility as owners of our horses and professionals to be recognizing these signs and these situations, and then asking why they aren't being repaired and seeking out better treatment. What can we change? We can only change ourselves. What am I doing to change this? I'm trying to educate my clients. What are you doing to change this? Hopefully becoming more educated. But remember, and I really want to implore this, if you don't have hoof, you don't have horse. You know, if your hoof management is not up to par, you're stuffed. You cannot get anything out of the situation. You know, there is no point in going, and if your horse's feet are way overdue and you're having issues with their feet, there is absolutely no point in going out and trying to, you know, spend lots of money on tack, or spend lots of money on lessons, or, you know, quickly get in an extra comp to get some more training done, or, you know, getting a saddle fit done, or, you know, taking your horse for a veterinary assessment. That's not a bad idea, to tell you the truth, because they'll tell you when there's problems, hopefully. But no foot, no hoof, no horse. It's true. I mean, we keep horses in situations where they're paddocked. They don't move like they used to. What we do with them isn't natural. You know, how they move through the paddocks is in environments which we try and reduce the risk factor for injury. So we reduce the wear factor on their hooves. You know, we put steel things on them. We put plastic things on them to try and support the modern horse, which we all have. We don't have Brumbies, really, as a reality. A couple of us do, but really, as soon as they've come into domestic environment, they're no longer a wild horse or a Brumby. So we have to manage them appropriately. And we have to manage the first influential point on physical performance and capacity, which is where gravity kicks in, which is where the hooves make contact with the ground. And then movement occurs from that point onwards. So, we need to get educated. We really need to get educated, and we need to, and I need to, as a professional, educate other people, because I am sick and tired of seeing what effectively is, in many cases, third world country shoeing jobs. You know, this is Australia. We're in a first world country. We're in such a privileged country. We have so much access to education. We need to get educated. You need to get educated. You need to put pressure on better results. You need to find better results. And if you don't, unfortunately, we just need to stop expecting more than that. But it's not good enough. We need to provide better. So that's a rant, and I don't really care that I've had that. It's necessary and it's important. I do not want to see another dollar spent on a ridden horse, on a horse being ridden. Don't ride it. If its feet aren't right, don't ride it. Don't do saddle fit. Get its feet right. Get the horse sound from the ground up, and then work from there. It's essential. You just won't get anywhere if you won't do that. And in the end, it's horse welfare. It's really necessary. Alright, that was a 7-minute rant. I do apologise. But, you know, hopefully the point gets across. Hoof, then horse. Essential. No horse, no hoof. We'll talk more about this in the following weeks. And the priority, the triangle of professional equine management priority. Sounds fancy. Won't be that hard. Alright. This is important. Okay. See ya.